Welcome back. Things to draw. Pillar? What? It's not a pillar. In what world is that a pillar? Is it supposed to be a sideways pillar? Okay, fine. I have an idea for a pillar. It won't take long, I promise. Give me a second. Okay, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna actually find a reference very easily, and the thing that I want to draw is actually super plain anyways. Like, I actually remember this was a thing that in the source material I actually imitated like a lot, and I committed to memory how to do precisely that because it was actually really trivial. So I'll just imitate it as I always did back in the day. It's very formulaic, these pillars. I think this was how the ends were. Oh, yeah, not quite. They, the angle they met at was a little bit different. So it would have been more like that a little bit, or like this. Well, looks kind of dumb like this, honestly, but that's not even, clearly. Yeah. I guess I'll go with that. I'm not super happy with it. That's the mirror image of it, right? Yeah, I'm not very happy with how it looks. It's super thin, too. Well, it's crumbling, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah, this is supposed to be thicker. It's just that the ends aren't thick enough for me, for my taste. Let me just do the same on the other side. Oh. Wait, is that correct? Oh, because I did it different than your side. Darn it. Ah. Okay, I think the other ways match up now. How many are those? 4. Wait, what? Oh. There we go. Yeah, so ideally this would be a lot thicker. But anyhow. It's just a vague recollection of what this thing used to be. No. And this part's an even vaguer one because I don't have the pixels otherwise. It's a very nice heart shape. Yeah, this isn't turning out to be much, unfortunately, but it's one of those cases where I don't really have the room that I really need to do it, unfortunately. Not start in the right place. Alright, well, it was something. This is supposed to be vaguely reminiscent of the pillars from the Queen's Moon and Little Big Planet, which for some reason I always liked. I always liked the tutorials in that game, the unique stage that they were in and the style they had. Okay, so it's a teeter-totter. That's sure. Not sure in what sense that's a crumbling pillar. I don't know what they actually imagined me drawing here. In all seriousness. Acrobatics. I did not expect you to be here, Ryan Storm. Thank you. Goodbye. The collisions are not quite what they look like because this thing doesn't fill up its entire drawable area, unfortunately. So how you can move the camera down, but in absolutely no other direction. And I appreciate you can move it at all, but... Is that all 3 secrets? Or was there another one? Or had I only found one so far before this one? It's also not much of a secret, you have to pass right by it. Anyways. I'm gonna have to go back and get that one that I missed, though, at some point, because it's literally the only thing that I missed in this whole game, it feels like. By it feels like, I mean, so far that is actually the case. I do not like jumping across these things. Okay. Could I have made that jump? This is not seeming very pleasant. Platform down here. Ah! You'd be surprised what it's like moving on this thing. You can't jump a lot of the time you're on this thing. It's like I was indeed trying to jump off of that, but I was not able to. They're very slippery. Yeah, I just knew from the timing last time that the blimp would be here, so just jump for it. Nope, see, if it's tilting downwards, you can't jump, which is a big pain. And you need to do that to not die. So this game's trying to create a platforming challenge, but the difficulty here is that platforming is not really this game's strong suit to begin with. It's not usually that bad, except for the fact that these platforms are particularly bad. There. It's just fun knocking those guys away because they go so far. Oh, you're a whole tree. Oh, there's solid ground down there. Okay, nothing useful. Oh, you can stun me. And I can turn around while stunned, but nothing else. Interesting. That, it's awkward how that is, because... Combo. I was saying something. Oh, the dash, because you only for a moment actually can damage enemies as you're doing that. What? I was just here. Why are you still here? Whoa! Go away! I just dealt with you. I have a feeling the heart of those over here is not going to be here anymore. I don't want to collect that thing when I did. Oh, thank you. Convenient timing. I don't want to collect that when I did, to avoid precisely this issue. Oh, jeez. How are there even bottomless pits in a city to begin with? Do a flip at least. At least I know what I got all these lives for now. And that hitbox lasts forever. This marble does look okay, though. I think you can tell what's going on in the marble, which is, in my mind, a feat, because it's all just a different shade of blue in different spots. Does that dash do 2 hits worth of damage instead of 1? It's surprising if so. Alright. What's the point of me being big when other things just get big too? Okay, that's really strange. I don't bounce. It's at a very particular height. Come on. I'm so curious as to why that one specific button combination I found earlier makes you dance. Not the fact that there would be like buttons for dancing, but that you need to do a very precise sequence of actions to successfully perform the dance. Okay, so this is just a pit of enemies in case you fell down. Wasn't certain of that. Game! Come on! I cannot jump high enough to get on that. I can't react fast enough to that either because I move so slow. Come on, man. Here we go. What are we trying today? Nothing, maybe. A tree to use as a slingshot or something? It's an odd one. Yeah, I would be tempted to make like an oak tree from Via Pinata as far as big trees go, but honestly right now I spent enough time drawing things like a lot today, so I'll put effort into it, but that's all it'll be. Just a very quickly drawn tree. A colored tree, more like. Just simple shading job. This never really did give us any highlights of any sort down here. I like how just by merely putting some light on something, it looks like you actually cared enough to make an effort, even when you didn't. You probably do a little bit more like bits over here to kind of imply some 3D shape to the bunches of leaves that are implied by the outline up above. But this is, again, a very quick job here. Still felt like I didn't feel like just like filling it with color and calling it a day like I sometimes do when I'm tired of drawing things in a given session, because it kind of feels like giving up, but at the same time did not want to do the whole putting in half an hour into a random doodle thing this time. Let those be implied to have a little depth too, I don't know. Maybe just add one of our own down here. Like that. It's a start. Alright, that's it for this episode. Next time we'll do something to this tree. Probably deleterious to its well-being. Bye everyone.